I've had this door painted pink for a while. It's time for a change. I decided to change the molding out. Of course, I didn't like that, so I tried several different styles and trying to figure out what color I should paint it because I was just over the pink. So I tried Accessible Beige by Sherwin-Williams. I didn't like that. Here I decided to paint it black using the same black I used on the slat doors, my interior doors. I didn't like the way that looked either. It was too hard. It worked fine with the slats, but on this door, as you can see, it wasn't working for me. So I decided to use my Sherwin-Williams iron ore, and I kind of like that better because I was torn on what color. I even considered using the same green color that I have in my office, and of course paint out the trim. I was just tired of it. I can't really change the door. I don't want to change the door because it's expensive. So I decided to paint. Here it is, all painted with the Sherwin-Williams iron ore, including the trim. And then of course the plan is to make the top area a chalkboard. I could have sanded it better. I did the best I could with my molding cuts. I was a little sloppy with it, but ultimately it turned out okay. I'm not a professional, I'm an amateur DIYer. Another DIY project. Over here I have two big clothespins hanging. I'm not sure about that. I have a sign I want to put up here and move that washboard back under here. But I'm not sure where I'm going to put that sign. I'll have to see once it gets here because I kind of like that. Maybe I should put that over the door, but then you might think that's the laundry room going out there. And you can see I have these items here. These little stickers. And then, this stuff over here is just little extra stuff I had and I just stuck it over there. So perhaps I might end up moving that stuff and placing the laundry sign here. Let's see if it'll work. Here you can see I've already added the chalkboard. I'm seriously thinking about adding it to the bottom area as well. Actually, I did. Extra chalkboard. My grocery list. Anyway, this here, I'm at it again, you all. I'm trying to create some type of a cover for this. I don't like looking at that. That's dated. I don't know why they didn't use the other kind, but they would have to cut into the drywall to do that. So they were cutting corners when they did this. Okay, I get it. But I'm going to build some type of a little shelf. Not necessarily to put anything on it, but just to hide those wires. Wires, cables, tubes, hoses. That's the word. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, let's see what I come up with. Here, I took some pieces of wood and tried to come up with something to try to cover it. I don't know. Hopefully it works. I'm just trying to build some type of a little shelf or something. It's not perfect, but here it is. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and paint it the same color as the wall, so it could kind of blend in. It won't stand out as much. Right now, as you can see here, I'm patching up the nail holes. Then I have to do some sanding. I might paint it before, or I might paint it after I mount it to the wall. I'm not sure. I'm just going to go ahead and paint this. Probably the same color as the wall. Yeah, the same color as the wall, perhaps. I thought about painting it black, use some of that chalk paint maybe, because I'm trying to use it up before it goes bad. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do or what color I'm going to paint it. But definitely to cover those hoses behind the washing machine. The washing machine hoses. Even though the dryer sits in front of it. I just want to put this because I'm tired of looking at it. But that's me just being nitpicky. Now to sand these down smoothly so I can paint. I'm going to attempt to put this up. I have some holes to patch up. I've already pre-drilled the holes in the wall for the screws where the studs are located. And I did not pre-drill the holes in the wood. I have these, I guess they're drywall screws. They have the point on them, so I just used this and just drove it right into the wood. And it didn't split, thank goodness. So now here we're going to try and see if this works. My little invention concoction. It's not where I can actually put anything on top of it. It's not that much clearance underneath, but just basically to cover those hoses. I didn't bring my little level in here to see if that's actually leveled. Excuse the airplane in the background. Alright, as you can see, it's covered. I just need to create something for the side. Getting ahead of myself because I'm impatient. But I already know that's going to bother me. So I'm going to have to do something about that. I wish I knew how to build something that could go all the way across underneath there. But I would have to do it separately away from this, of course. And I still might try to put a shelf above the outlet socket areas, above this nightlight. You know, just maybe one of those IKEA picture ledges. I have a few of them in the garage. So I might be able to put one of those underneath here, because it won't affect me opening up the washing machine. There's still enough clearance for that. So yeah, I might try that. I only put 2 screws in. I probably should have put 3 in, but I think this will do. I don't want to put too much because I'm already leery about drilling into that area of the wall because I'm not sure how things are behind there. Anyway, I was trying to see if that picture, not that picture, but that sign would fit, but no, it's not enough clearance. I have this turned backwards just to see. I know it's turned in the reverse. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put that. But more than likely, I think I will end up putting the sign up there and then put that below it. I'll see. I'm just not satisfied. That little area underneath is just, you know, all this exposed stuff bothers me. So it hadn't bothered me for almost 5 years. April 17th was 5 years here. Can you believe it? How time goes by so fast. But yeah, of course, I gotta fix all that, and I have the touch-up paint, so I'm gonna touch up all that, so you won't see all those holes and dark spots. Clean it up underneath here. What I will do at some point is take this thing down and put a side onto it. All I did was take some pieces of wood and screw it and nail it together. It's a hot mess. Until I can see a contractor. And there's a guy working next door. Maybe I can see if I can get him to come over here and give me an estimate what it would cost to put one of those washing machine hose connector things together, where you can see one is red and one is blue. He'd probably have to cut out some drywall. I'm not sure how he would do it, but yeah, I would rather, because I just don't like the way this looks. As you can see, I'm painting it. I didn't bother to prime it. I'm just going to put, 2 or 3 coats on it till I get it to match, and of course patch up all the holes under here as well, and then touch up underneath there, because underneath there looks messy as well and dirty. This thing is so ugly. I definitely have to fix the side for sure. This is how everything ended up. I just stuck some peel and stick numbers I had, and I just stuck them on there because the plainness of it just wasn't looking that right to me. It's a little busy over here. I'm even considering now at this point to put not a lac shelf, but a picture ledge right along here. Just to, I don't know. And this right here, I'm still trying to figure it out. Because if I have to get to those water hoses, I'll have to unscrew this shelf to get to it. But then there's a gap on the side. But there's nobody looking at that but me, so I don't know why that's bothering me. But at least the other thing is covered. Unfortunately, I don't have a laundry room, and I don't know a better way to do this. That, I want to relocate that. Technically, what I would love to do is to replace these washer and dryers with a stackable. Now, I did go to Best Buy the other day and checked one out that they had on the floor. Now, I'm a senior citizen, so it doesn't make any sense because I have to bend down to get in the dryer anyway. So I'd have to bend down to put the clothes in the washing machine and the dryer up here. Then I'd have to have this cabinet taken out, relocate over here with a little shelf for folding. I'd have it put down, low. And then I'd have the stackable here. That's one idea. And then I thought about when these go out just to get, the same thing, but in a granite color, the dark color, gray or black or whatever color that is. I think it's dark granite. But anyway, this is for now. This is my little laundry area. Trying to make it interesting. Not boring. I need to move this. I bought this thing to hook to my vacuum to suck out any lint from this dryer. Then I got all this excess junk. My mask and my paint gloves that I was using the other day to paint. All right, here we go. That looks better for now. And of course the door, never mind my grocery list. I could have done a better job with this door. Like when I took the molding off, I could have sanded all this down a little bit better. But, yeah, I could have, but I didn't. Okay. I decided to do this a little bit better. I made a few adjustments. On the side, I tried to do something there. I screwed it up. I started to throw this thing in the trash. I was getting so pissed off. I probably should have used my miter saw when cutting. I had to do it all by hand. And it wasn't easy. But over on the side, I have it covered up a little bit. Believe it or not, that's cardboard. I put a piece of this trim here on each corner and changed the front out and painted it again. And I think I'll go ahead and keep it for now until I can get or consult with a contractor or the guy that's working on the shower next door how much it would cost to put that thing there, the hose, vent, I guess that's what you call it, I don't know. But yeah, so this is it for now. I have some IKEA picture ledges in the garage. I'll probably put one right there because I think, yeah, I'll have enough clearance where I can still lift that up. It won't affect the shelf. So I'll probably try that. I don't know. I think the shelf might be longer than that area, so possibly I might have to cut it. I went out to the garage and got a picture ledge. It's kind of beat up. I have to sand it. I'll have to do something. I definitely have to cut it. But yeah, it's too long for this area. Or maybe I'll use one of the smaller ones. That might be too short for what I want. Actually, worst come to worst, I could actually make this thing. Make the length that I want, but why waste when I can take this and alter this? We'll see. What I did was cut this shelf down to 32 inches with the little handsaw. And then I went out in the backyard and found this piece, and I cut it to the same length as the ledge, picture ledge. Then I'm going to go ahead and glue it on, and it gives it a little extra lip in front to hold stuff on. Now as far as the sides, I need to do something for the side because if I ultimately decide to put something on there, it needs some support. But I'm going to get to this part first and then I'll figure that part out later. As you can see, the shelf has been added. Now I just have to try and decorate it. See what I have around the house I could put over here and judge it up a little bit. That looks like an upside down crate. It still looks better than what was up there before. And of course I have my vintage washboard lower. Half of it is behind there. I thought about putting a sign over there, but it would interrupt the little stickers. So I decided to leave it like it is. And yeah, I have that Rid-X thing there because I'm paranoid. Don't laugh at me. I don't have a problem, but I want to make sure I don't. I had mentioned in one of my previous videos that in the garage, I'm terrified to go in my garage because I did see a dead mouse in there one day. I have all sorts of poison in there, so I guess I killed the little guy. However, I just want to make sure that I protect my property because these little bastards come out from all over the place, and I want to make sure I never ever see anything in my house. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed my video. I got my little laundry area looking a little bit better and hid that ugly hose hookup. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.